right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Work Hates Podcast live here at Good Chat Comedy Club. Let's raise the roof, stamp your feet, clap your hands, and welcome to the stage, Bron Lewis and Brett Blake!
G'day, legends!
Yeah.
Oh my God, Brisbane, give it up for yourself, come on! Live in beautiful Brisbane.
And we sold it out.
Have we?
Yeah.
Yeah!
So
Cut that
good.
all the other shit podcasts.
We've done, this is the second live show we've done. We took it to Sydney. People in Sydney were like, please come, no, I say yeah. And we were like, fine, cunts, we'll come. And we came, and like 30 people.
Which, to be honest, is about 15 more than we expected. So I was like, hell yeah, dude. But I landed in the beautiful Brisbane yesterday. I was so excited to be here. One of the headline acts from last night pulled out last minute. I had to jump in. And Pete James was emceeing and he goes, oh man, there's one guy who's a hardcore Brett Blake fan. Because when I said Brett Blake's taken over, he went, woo! And I looked out into the audience and there was one guy who was wearing a hat that said, fuck cyclists. And then on the back of the hat said, real men fuck women. And I was like, please don't be that guy, please. Because that is 100% of my market, generally.
But it wasn't him, right?
It wasn't him, no. But I brought it up. I said, oh, why are you wearing that hat, champ? And he goes, oh, it's my nice hat and I'm on a date. Well, all the best for the future generations, I say.
What a lucky girl. Welcome to Queensland.
hell.
I got in yesterday, but I went to Brunswick Heads. Have you been to Brunswick Heads? Yes. Okay.
Condescending, you said that.
Yeah.
Have you been there? Because I have. I'm doing quite well.
Can afford it. And I went there and I stayed with my friend. It's in the Northern Rivers, yeah? I stayed there. I got there, it was like, I hadn't seen this woman in like 20 years. And I went in to her house and I was like, holy shit, Jess, you've done really well. This is amazing. She was like, oh, thank you. I was like, is that a rainforest? She was like, yeah. I was like, what? This is amazing. And you know when a compliment becomes so strong that it turns? I was like, this is incredible. You have done, I never thought you could do this.
This house is too nice for you.
How the fuck did you marry up, you know?
We went to school. None of this makes sense. You're a fucking idiot.
I've seen you dribble mid-sentence. You're a fucking idiot. What's going on?
Also, you said the most brutal thing because you were describing to me backstage and you described her kids. She's got, free-range kids. And I was like, what does that mean? You're like, they go to Steiner school or something.
I saw one, he's 5, he was running with an axe. No one stopped him.
God, I've got future spawn out there. Good to know. Give him a crossbow. Let's see what he can really do.
Thank you so much for coming to this show. We're so excited because we were talking this before. Brisbane, you guys are the best audiences, and we didn't say that to Sydney.
Oh, I did because a guy gave me a massive joint. It was sick.
Yeah.
And I left half of it in my bag and I took it to Perth, to Indonesia, and then I went back to Sydney and then New Zealand, all with drugs on me. So, thank fuck, this system does not work.
Yeah.
Smuggle away, people, smuggle away!
Does anyone have an axe Bretty can have a run with later?
More of a crossbow energy, but anyway.
We had in Sydney, and he probably is listening to us, a die-hard fan, he sat front row, and he blew up a condom. Straight away. So it's like, were you planning to do that? You can't. It's already been done.
Oh, you're more of a raw dog
it.
lifestyle? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. No, me too. Thank you.
Yuck. And then he blew it up, and then he threw it back into this this scattered room of 30 people, and people were like, ew, what the fuck is this? And we had to be like, because you have to be nice, because they came to the show, so we were like, yeah, good one, mate.
And he at some point he goes, it's not used. Yeah, we assume. All right, should we kick this podcast off or what?
Are you guys ready?
Yes!
Okay, let us introduce our guests. We're so excited these guys said yes. They're two of the busiest comedians in Brisbane. We're so thrilled that they said yes to this. Please put your hands together. Welcome to stage, Emma Zammit and Peter James!
Oh my God!
Oh my God, that was so funny. Pete just thought you were going to bring him on first, so he basically pushed me out and then started walking. And you said my name first, and I was like,
Get out of the way,
Yeah.
Kat.
Also, bringing Pete James onto a podcast about working. Like, have you seen those beautiful hands? You've never done a day of manual labour in your life.
Mate, I've got calluses, all right? I play the guitar.
You spent time.
Sorry, ukulele, I'm not a real man. So nice to be here. Good on you guys. Thanks. I was actually really shocked because when you guys started the podcast together, I was quite shocked, and especially because it's about working and things, considering all of your fans, Brett, are unemployed. I just don't understand what the appeal is.
Oh, were you talking about the guy that's got the fucking I run cyclist over hat before? Yeah.
Oh, also it was fuck cyclists, real men ride women, not real men fuck women. That's the overlap of the
Don't,
joke.
you made it ruder.
Did I?
Shame on you.
That-
He was a true
Also,
gentleman
I'm
after all.
surprised I could read any of that. So go easy on me. I was like, I had the fucking magnifying glass out.
The hat was
checking
just
it.
pictures. You sort of filled in the blanks yourself.
What I love about this panel, and Emma Zammit pointed it out as well, is when we're all standing out the back, she was like, I am the only one here with a job, aren't I? And we were like, yeah. If you could come be on the panel and let us know what it's like to pay tax, things like that. Just interesting stuff, be good.
Yeah, episode 60, I finally made it.
Hey, we're never in Brisbane. We can't get
Yeah,
here.
it's fine.
Brett's been banned. He's always got a giant joint getting through customs.
I think it's still in my bag, which I'm excited to get back to after this podcast. I'm still travelling around with it.
I thought you were off the beers.
Yeah, I'm back on, mate.
He's part-time.
I'm part-time.
That
don't
is so
give him
funny
a-
because
yeah.
I didn't know you were off the beers until last night. You were drinking a heaps, Norman. I go, what?
That means he
you
doesn't
like-
follow you on social media because he's all he's been talking about on
What are you
social
talking?
media.
Well, I haven't only been talking about. I've been talking about my beautiful haircut
all you're
from
talking
an
about,
Arab barber.
I don't drink. I went to an Arab
Motorbox.
barber. I'm on the project. I don't drink.
Which was funny last night because you said all the way from the project last night, and someone went, boo. I was like, Brisbane has spoken. No one gives a fuck about the project.
Well, they thought I was about to bring Waleed on the headline, and I don't think that was going to be great.
Yeah. Imagine hoping for Waleed and Brett Blake rocks up. I've got some ideas as well, guys. Articulated in a very different fashion.
So have you guys ever gigged here before?
No,
First time,
never.
actually.
No,
First
yeah.
time. I think it's
I
really
love
nice.
it. It's a beautiful room.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
Just
Yeah,
a nice level of
I like the
asbestos in the
stage.
walls. That's what you like.
Yeah, the walls are good.
I like when you touched the brick and half of it fell off. That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure architecture is not supposed to have dandruff, but that's good to see that the structure isn't really
What are you
holding
talking about? We're
up.
playing underneath the waterfall in the corner there. Have you seen that guy?
Is there a leak?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I'm sure
good.
Jake loves that. Thanks for looking after us and booking us, Jake. Thank you.
Thanks, Jake.
Yeah, give it up. Good chat. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, what a tepid, wonderful round of applause.
Like, yeah, I guess.
Afternoon. It's the afternoon. And Brisbane, you guys are strange when it rains. I don't know what it is. In Melbourne, we're just so used to being miserable that it's just normal. But in here in Brisbane, you guys, when it rains, it really changes you. Have you noticed that?
I think there's a difference because in Melbourne it's kind of like pussy rain. It's drizzling. But when in Brisbane it goes, it fucking... Like that street was like a fucking slip and slide before.
Yeah.
Those poor girls at Kittens are probably dead. That's a fucking local good riff. You're welcome. For everyone else who listens to this podcast, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Every time Brett comes to Brisbane and I go, do you want to go to this cafe? And he goes, how many metres away from Kittens is that? And I go, because the only sort of frame of reference he has.
Well, it's true.
I'm so glad you didn't pause after that. Like every time Brett comes, I say you're welcome.
You're welcome. So
I don't call it cum, I call it pussy rain. Like,
I put in the location on
you ever regret a callback? Very quick, yeah. All right.
It's only 4 minutes in. But I put in the Uber address, but I just must have hit a button very close to where I thought it was. And I was talking to the Uber driver. I was like, yeah, I've got a live show. I've got four live shows today, and then we're going to do this. And where he dropped me off was straight out the front of Kittens because it was already on my Uber. And then he goes, do you work here? And I just went, yep. So they've definitely lost a customer. Like, I'm not paying to see that rig.
You definitely do look like the lunchtime shift at Kittens, though, I'm going to tell you. That's what you get between 12 and 1.
Just me doing my own backing track. Here I go again on my own.
I've worked at Kittens once, but I was a stand-up comedian. They booked a comedian.
Lunch shift as well. Anyway, come on! I love you, Bronny. That's why I can't sit close to her.
They booked a stand-up comedian, and they said to me, you don't worry, the ladies will come out well after you've left. And I was like, okay, Great, that's fine. But they changed the plan, and when I arrived, all the ladies came down the stairs. It was like a plumbers convention. It's not even like a euphemism. It was just like feral, disgusting plumbers just all sitting around. And then these ladies walked down the stairs, and I was like, I don't want to see them look at them. You know, like to see a lady in the nude, you're like, whatever. But you see a disgusting man look at a lady.
For anyone listening to the audio of that, Bron pointed at Brett when she said disgusting man.
Well, you wouldn't point at Pete. He's got a corduroy long
Yeah,
sleeves,
looks
buttons
beautiful.
right
No,
at
he
the
more,
top.
he more looks like a teacher who's about to groom a 12-year-old.
He looks like a 12-year-old.
He looks like he's going to groom himself.
I look like the victim and the perpetrator.
You had a pen in your top pocket before, and you go, anything up there? I was like, yeah, take that fucking pen out, dude. That's fucking traumatic.
But it's not kittens today. It's not kittens today. We're here and we have got people who've had jobs before. Actually, I just can look at Emma when I say that because Pete, I don't know if you've ever had a job.
I've done all sorts of
Like
amazing,
what? Just name one.
pretty hard work. I used to give away milk on a radio station.
Give away milk.
Yeah, mostly milk.
No, what, in little cartons.
Little chocky milks, little nice coffees.
Like Black Thunder, is that what it's called?
No, it was White Thunder when I was working there. Because I was just too fucking... Anyway, no, it was up in Cairns and I used to drive around giving away. It wasn't Black Thunders, it wasn't even B... Because here it's like B105, but up there it's Hit 105, so it's all different.
That's so different.
Branding, but yeah, used to give away little chocky milks.
Was that milk refrigerated, or were you just driving around giving people boxes of diarrhea?
No, it was in an esky with a bag of frozen peas, which I'm sure is above... which is healthy and good for you. No, it was very, very hard work. 3 hours a day.
Who are these people that are rocking up to get it, by the way? What can you describe them? It can't be...
Sort of Brett Black characters.
You just walked
You weren't going to go there.
I walked into that as well.
Totally
Yeah,
walked
nowhere
into
to be at about 10 a.m. on a Thursday.
Dude, I'm not up at 10. I'm still fucking passed out, dude. What are you talking about? I'm more of a 12 o'clock guy.
No, yeah, that's what I used to do for a little bit.
Okay, yeah, great. So we're more like, can you list some of your jobs? You said gave away milk, and then you described the milk for ages, and then you said you listed 2 different radios. So, well, here it's called that, and up there you talk for ages, but you've just listed one job.
Pete.
Yeah.
Do you have another one?
Bronny, you've already upset the guest.
I was in a shopping centre Paw Patrol show once. That was pretty...
What, like the kids'
What?
animation series?
You're
Paw
a dog.
Patrol?
I
You're
was the guy. If
you're
you've
the
got
guy.
kids, you're looking at Ryder right now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But isn't Ryder a kid in the show? He's not
He's
a
a-
kid.
Ryder's the blue one, isn't it?
Someone was
that's-
very firmly went, no!
Is
You're
Ryder the
48,
blue one?
grow up, mate.
Joe's is the yellow one.
the guy, the
Isn't
little,
he-
the
Ryder's
little
he's
the
human.
guy
human.
who
Yeah.
handles the dogs.
So I got to be the little guy that handled the dogs.
Yeah.
Also,
He's got the same hair for it, actually. You do. You've got the hair for Ryder.
yeah.
Very,
yeah.
What outfit were
very
you
well
rocking?
cast.
What outfit was I had like a little red vest on, and I had little flare pants and big
Cute.
white shoes.
In Cairns?
In Cairns.
How many times did you get bashed?
16.
Did you have a catchphrase?
Just whatever they said on Paw Patrol. It was a while ago.
Please
I
stop
can't remember it.
punching me.
Do you remember any of your lines?
No, the unique part of...
Only a year ago, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 14 at the time.
How does your wife look at you with respect? Anyway,
He's coming too mean. I said to him earlier, you've got to be a bit kinder.
we're being too nasty for 3:20
I
on
know.
Saturday.
I know.
So you
we
see
have
that
asked
time
him
on
his
your
job.
watch?
Yes, I can. Just
Look
made
how
fun of
tiny
me.
her watch is.
Just made fun of me. It's a very good watch. I've got a much bigger car though. Should we talk about that again? Just joking. Okay, so you had
Ron's
2
got
jobs.
money
That's
now,
great.
watch out.
No,
No, so I did. I was doing this it was like a school holiday, where the shows at the shopping centres, like a little stage, and there's like a show every 2 hours or whatever. And I was doing this, and it's like me and these 2 7-foot dogs. And halfway through the run, which is like a 2-week run of these shows, I had to get my actual dog put down, and then spend the next week just half cry dancing with 7-foot.
Good boy. He's a really good boy.
Yeah. So that's the thing I remember most about that
Did
particular
did
job.
kids ever pick on you? Because I remember there was a clown that it was a very
mascot?
It was just a normal clown used to come to the Forest Field Forum shopping centre, which is a fucking rough get. And so he used to cut, and I got on stage one time, and he had like a little fake washing machine. And he's like, all right, now spin it 3 times. And
Why does this feel like a witness testimony? Like you're saying this in court, like the clown came and then...
And then, yeah, it was behind a bin at the car park.
And he
Anyway,
said, spin
so he's
this
like,
3
He's like,
times.
spin it 3 times. I was like, I'll be funny. I'll do it 5. They pulled something out. It was
It's
different.
funny.
I did it. He's like, do it 3. I did it 2. And then on the last one, he just goes, just do it 3 so I can fucking go home. I was like 5. I was like, yes, sir.
What was the trick? What did he pull out?
Oh, it was like, I don't know, like not napkins, but like fucking a
Oh, yeah,
roll of
classic.
shit. It was boring. And then after that,
Condoms, it was all condoms
Yeah.
coming out of the washing machine. Like, just
we
a
don't
big
need
strip
any
of it.
more of that. But then after that, they got a snake guy who would come to replace him, and he was a snake guy forever. But he just had all these like cool snakes or whatever. But he used to just get out venomous snakes, and my dad was like, "Is that a fucking taipan? Because I don't think that." He goes, "Yeah, nah, this is a king brown, this one," and he would have him out of the cage. You're like, "We gotta fucking wrap this shit up."
It really felt like they were trying to get some people put down where you're from, and
Yes.
that to me makes heaps of sense. And so that, which was your least favourite of those 2 jobs? The one where you cried?
Yeah, I mean, all jobs I cry. I'll be crying after this.
I was gonna say Pete's pretty familiar with
I'll
crying
be thinking
on
about the
stage.
pussy rain thing from before. No, I think probably the Paw Patrol thing was my least favourite job. I did some manual labouring when I first moved to Brisbane, which is fucking
No
crazy
one
to think
believes
about.
you.
Nah, sorry, I've told a lie there.
We've got you.
No, I was doing like a state clearance for a little while, and that was kind of...
Oh,
yeah.
like when people die and
People-
then you
yeah.
go in. Did
The-
you steal any drugs? Oh, as if that's not the first thing everyone's thinking.
Was it?
It's like, have a look for Oxy straight away. Fucking, what else are you gonna get? Cash? You don't gotta have cash.
This is how different you and I are. When he was doing this, I was hitting him up for good coffee tables and dining tables because I was like, if you can see any good outdoor furniture, message me. And another comedian was doing it with him, Michael Joe, and they were sending me pictures of everyone's like dead people's like dining tables, and I was like, yeah, I might take that. And I was showing my husband, I was like, this one? Do you like this one? He's like, no.
I consider deceased estates just sort of a showroom, and you can sort of take whatever you want. It
yeah,
really
it's
is.
like-
I furnished most of my house with dead people's items.
Really?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
My house would be empty, but I'd be having a great time.
But yeah, that was a fun. I enjoyed that, but it was pretty cruel and unusual. Some of the things we had to do, like I had to move a piano up a hill with a fridge trolley once. That was fucked.
By yourself? Are you the
With one other
strongest man
guy,
alive?
I watched a man move a fridge. That's what I'm trying to say. Watched a man move
You
a
were
piano.
singing him a nice little song, a little on the ukulele.
Ow! Steal!
He was Ryder behind him. He was dancing with
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Just
My
pumping
dog
up his
died.
tires by doing a little jab.
Now, Zammit, what's the worst job you've ever had?
Well, I started as I did a hospitality hotel management course, and I wanted to be a chef.
Oh my god.
And so I am possibly the worst cook in the entire world. And I finished it, and then I got a job in a seafood restaurant, a really expensive seafood restaurant.
How'd you get that job if you can't cook?
Oh, I get really good gobbies. And I...
Very good.
I'll tell you what was awesome about that. You said gobby, and I saw like 6 people with grey hair whisper at each other going, what's that mean?
No.
No, the people with grey hair know what a gobby is. It's
Yeah.
the 20-year-olds that don't know what a gobby is.
He was actually saying 5:30 today.
Hey, Barbara, what do you reckon we pop off to the disableds?
bring you the blue card. I know you've got it on your window.
Barbara.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
your-
couple
that's
of...
your-
Is there... Make some noise if you're a Barbara. Bullshit.
There's
Don't
no
doubt
Barbaras
that.
here.
Fucking
There's
doubt
no
that.
Barbaras
Don't
here.
embarrass
There
us.
isn't.
Couple
No.
Barbaras in the middle
So
there.
you worked at a seafood
Anyway,
restaurant.
and I couldn't get away with how bad I was. And so then they moved me in to be a waitress pretty quickly in the same restaurant. And
That is a big demotion.
it was a massive
No,
demotion.
there's nothing wrong
What are
with
you
being a
talking
waitress,
about?
but if you're going in as a chef
with a qualification.
with a qualification,
Yeah.
and then you're like, I'm kind of the trolley guy.
Well, it wasn't like...
It's like
What the
going
fu-
in
I've
trying to be
never
a
seen-
stand-up and becoming a podcaster.
was a
It's sort of a
tape
similar
Very
demotion.
good.
Oh yeah, how many times have you been on the gala, dickhead? Anyway,
I've watched it heaps of times.
Okay, good. Emma,
I'm sorry, I was
so
just
no-
waiting for you guys to get
Yeah,
over your
I know
fucking
we
selves
sometimes
for a
just
minute.
start
Yeah.
attacking each other.
Do you want to tell everyone quickly you're on the project before I continue? Or...
Oh, they know.
Yeah,
They know.
they know.
They know.
Anyway, it's not a qualification. It was a TAFE course that went for
Dude, TAFE counts, all right?
The
Let's
TAFE
get
counts,
that
yeah.
straight up.
Yeah, and then I will never forget my first night on the floor. There was a really like wanky table of like Sydney businessmen, and they gave me a tray of Coronas because they only drink Coronas, and they gave me 12 on it, and I was like,
it's
they're like, can
many.
you handle that? I was like, I can fucking handle this. I used to be a chef.
I went to TAFE.
So
You remember me? I used to be in the kitchen. Now I'm out here. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I walked over to the table and I was like, gentlemen, who ordered some Coronas? And as I did that, and for people who know me very well, I'm extremely clumsy, and I tripped over my own feet, and I went like that, and one of the guys got 12 Coronas down the back of his business shirt. Like, not one, all 12 went down. He stood up and just opened up the back of his shirt and was like, bang, 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 bang. I was like 12, and I was like, I'll see myself out. Thank you so much for having me.
I'll be washing the
I
dishes.
was going to say,
after
Sydney
this.
businessmen, I'm surprised they just weren't in the toilets doing coke the whole time.
Yeah.
Fuck, that rule.
So, are there any chefs in?
Ambitious.
Oh, no.
Does anyone here have a fucking job?
One person
people-
put a hand up. She's like,
Yeah,
I do.
great.
Sorry. Thank you so much for
What's
asking.
your job?
Yes.
What's your job?
Oh, what? Sorry.
You're a
Teacher.
teacher.
Oh, teacher.
Never
Yeah,
heard of
get
it.
them out.
Never heard of it. Oh, that's good. Are you enjoying your school holidays?
Are you
Yeah.
enjoying all 19 weeks of them?
Yeah.
For 300 grand a year?
Are you private school or state school? State. Okay, yeah. She doesn't get 19 weeks.
No.
She gets 12.
No,
Yep.
they got way less.
This
Yeah.
is the only time I get to bully a teacher.
No, it's not.
That's
How
not
do you
true.
think you went through school? Do
Yeah,
you think
that's
you were
true.
like, yeah, I'll do you, whatever you said?
I was,
Brady told me today that he wasn't in, like, it was a grade 4. This teacher hated
Did you make
him
it a grade
so
4?
much.
That's
It was
fucking
pretty
incredible.
big. I know. And that
let's
was,
just say I did it a few times.
they had to move. He was so annoying. They had to move his desk outside in the Perth sun, and he had to wear a hat during class
And it wasn't just for
by
a day.
himself.
It was for a full term.
I can do one better than that.
Please.
I also got a desk outside, but in year 12 in maths, because I am not, like, again, it's amazing. I've had a career my whole life. I'm not great with numbers, and in maths, everything was just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I used to eat Sayos, you know Sayos, the biscuit Sayos. I'd dry eat them, and I would
Jats?
like
Continue.
that pretty much. But no, but they're called Sayos. Continue. And
I ate a few sales in high school as well.
Those
Yeah.
were they
Soggy
soggy?
sayers! Pete loves cum. There we go. The end. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
anyway, I used to eat them and dry blow them into the back of people's hair in class in year 12.
That is so disgusting, dude.
Amazing.
But
That's
I got
real.
School Spirit Award, so you're fucking
Worth
welcome.
it.
That's
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
psychopath shit to be doing.
But was your desk out there for like, were they just like, all right, just
A
for
whole
one?
term, a whole maths term, I was outside. I used to do this. I
Blowing
used to lean
dickies at
really
people.
far back to try and get anyone's attention to make them laugh. I'm like, whoa, you know
Yeah.
the whole thing where you pretend you're in a lift. You're like, whoa, here I go down the lift, like
Oh,
outside a window.
that's some
And
eyebrow
what are the
stuff.
odds that two people desperate for attention end up in comedy? Anyway.
It's okay. It didn't impact her education. She did end up
Yeah.
in TAFE. So it's a real
Yes,
success
exactly.
story.
We both ended up in time. Thank you. Cert 3. Thank you.
What
do
do
you
you
ever
have
put
a?
your kids outside?
Pardon?
I said she ever puts her kids outside.
I don't think you're allowed to chuck them outside anymore. That feels like
It'd be too, everything would be too, there'd be too much paperwork for that now, wouldn't there?
Yeah.
It's all about the paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so paper, Bretty. It's this thing that you.
Yeah, I'm aware. I used to scrunch it up and throw it at nerds.
What a hero. And any other teachers in? No. You're
Yeah.
the only one.
There was
That's
one
okay.
fella.
That's
No,
all
wasn't
right.
that a guy?
Oh,
Yep.
there's another one?
Little fella at the back.
I used to work with teachers though, so I know.
You mean you work
What,
like
you
a
were a student? You fucking Oh my God.
You might need to expand that sentence a
Yeah,
little
what do you
bit.
mean?
In what area?
I was the IT guy at school.
You're the IT guy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, IT
IT
guy,
guy.
yeah.
And,
You are like if ChatGPT had to create an IT guy from scratch. That is what that's. You are AI generated. That's
He does actually look AI generated. Good on you.
And so, Emma, it feels like you have been fired before. I don't know. Is that a rude thing to say to someone's face?
Oh.
Have you been fired
Well,
before?
judging by her reaction, yes.
Yeah, I have been fired before, yeah. I have been, yeah.
Yeah, how have you been? From what job?
Well, Macca's but that look.
Oh.
Dude, that is an incredibly low bar.
Well, I was a crew trainer,
Right.
and
And
I
I
was-
blew sayos in their hair, and
yeah,
they didn't
well,
like it.
well, look, I made my way up, and
What did you do? How'd you get fired?
Well, you're actually going to think I'm making it up, but I promise you this is the truth. I used to eat the
Suck off businessmen who love Corona
Yeah,
in the
no,
butt.
I used to eat the pickles out of the big jar in the fridge
Oh my
Yum.
god.
with my hands.
Okay.
Okay.
and then I started dating another crew trainer, and we also maybe did some stuff
your
in
hand in his
the
pickle jar.
fridge.
Do you know what? Doesn't it feel like that pickle part of the story was
Unnecessary.
highly irrelevant to the sacking?
What?
Yeah, I ate a couple of pickles and I got fucked in a fridge. What are you
I didn't
talking?
know.
Don't
I
include the
I
pickles.
didn't have sex in the fridge. We just made out a bit, but the pickle thing
No hand
also was a
stuff?
problem because it was very unhygienic. Because obviously, then they would put the pickles in people's burgers.
Wait, but you
No,
like...
they weren't.
Why did that ruin the night for everyone? What part of that story
Are you
was
sucking the
upsetting
pickle
for
and you-
everyone?
What are you putting them
No,
back?
they're sliced.
No, as in like I just used to like I'm a wog and there's like for the
Don't blame this on your culture.
well pickles are yummy, and
They are
like
yummy.
I used to just like have a cheeky few scoops in there. Like I love a pickle. Like I eat capers out of a jar and
Yeah,
olives
yeah.
and
They're
and
sliced
then
bready. She's not taking a bite and putting it back in.
Right, I thought it was a bite situation.
what just happened? Like why was that weird for everyone? What happened there with everyone? Is it because everyone's now thinking about their burgers and like
Yeah.
has Emma's hands been inside my cheeseburger?
No, it's because Ronald McDonald's sitting back there. No, it's I
was-
used to work at
I was
Donut King
15.
and a girl used to put her finger in the animal fat. It was pig lard that the donuts are cooked in. So, yep, I've ruined it now. And she'd dip her finger in it and then put it on as lip gloss.
Wait a
Where
minute,
is this woman? I'll marry her now!
Are you saying donuts are cooked in fat, like animal lard?
Yeah. Well, they were in
The country town,
1998
yeah.
or whatever it was.
After she did that, she came third in the fair. Beautiful pig.
No, she was
little
beautiful. It was so annoying. She was so beautiful. The boys would like come and like
her
just stand
second
near the shop and be like, "Oh, there's Lauren."
Oi,
And
pig
her-
lips, come out! Oi, I love you!
Man, you like pig lips? I'm all pickle lips girl over here, you know?
So you got 5 from McDonald's. Okay.
It's amazing to get
Was
fired
it-
from
did
McDonald's.
you
'cause-
get caught making out, or was it?
Yeah,
a
I
bit,
totally
Was it a
would-
bit more like?
I
was
was
a bit more
in
going
the
on?
I was in the big fridge, the big thing, and I was making out with one of the other guys, and I got in trouble.
Grimace.
Grimace.
Well, I
Beautiful man.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a little bit crooked, but I worked at the High Road Tavern, and then they have got like it's destroyed now, thank God. That was a venue I was glassed on multiple occasions. Thank you, everybody.
I don't want to victim blame, but it's your
Glass.
fault.
Glass.
You were
Oh no, I threw the first glass. It was
Oh,
bad.
okay.
No, I got glassed in the back of the head.
Yeah, I know.
What?
It's annoying
I'm
so
actually
much.
worried about this glass under your armpit
worry.
the whole time.
I haven't
Like-
drank in 4 days. Trust me, I'm not dropping this
Okay,
beer.
okay. Because you're getting really expressive, and I keep like doing a mum, like
No,
trying to catch.
No,
Okay,
'cause
go.
I used to be the glassy who used to pick up glasses, and then sometimes it'd be a fight and you didn't know you were walking through one. And I don't know if the guy was trying to glass another dude, but I got glassed in the back of my head. Lucky my mullet protected me.
Ah.
Yeah, and I was like bleeding. I was like, why am I bleeding? And I feel weird. And I was on the ground. I was like, what's this happened to me? It
I
was
love
like-
how you didn't even feel the impact. You're like,
I was
why am
knocked out
bleeding? Like,
instantly. Yeah,
Oh,
I was
okay.
on the
I thought
ground.
you just kept
fucked
walking, and you're
up.
like, this feels wet. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think I came to 5 minutes later.
Fuck.
I was really fucked up. But then one of the bouncers then goes, "Don't worry, Brett. We got him back for you." And then I was like, "What?" And then we went into the staff room, and it was just, I won't say his name, but anyway, just hitting the piss out of this dude in the car park. I was
Oh.
like, "Fuck yeah, the High Road Tavern rules." Anyway, can't imagine.
It's good when a story has a happy ending, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
nice when we all learn a lesson.
What's worse is my McDonald's story still sat worse with this crowd than that story.
Yeah, but they expect these awful stories from me. They're not
okay,
shocked
yeah.
by it.
Yeah, you want to get a nice dress.
But
Yeah.
my point I was getting to is there was a big freezer there where they actually kept all the kegs to keep the kegs cool. And my mate's like, "Mate, you would never believe this, but me and Mary, she sucked me off in there." And I was like, I wasn't even impressed. I was just like, how? It's -2 degrees. How is your dick getting hard in there, dude? It is the least horniest place in the world. It's too cold. All right. Well, has everyone been to Antarctica? Have they? Fuck off.
Maybe we should leave, Brett. I feel like we've ruined it.
No, Brett just reminds me of like that uncle you invite to Christmas and the mum goes, oh, I'm not sure if we should invite him this year. I mean, last time he really ruined the day. And then someone goes, give him another go. He's on the mid-strengths now. He's all right. Give him one more go. Give him one more go. And he turns up like half cut and the mum goes, I fucking told you, Darren.
I was just trying to tell a story about a guy getting sucked off in a freezer while I got glass, for fuck's sake.
Oh, you cradle a beer like a newborn.
Were you ever sucked off as rider, or?
I've never been sucked off, ever.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Were you ever fired? No?
No, I'm
He's had 2 jobs.
No, I got in trouble for talking early, so I didn't list off my accomplishments.
Yeah, Bron does that. watch
Office
out.
cleaner,
I
labourer,
did not.
radio.
Office cleaner, okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you'd be
office
good at
cleaner.
radio.
yeah.
Do you put headphones on?
It was a long time ago, and it was my dad's business. So I didn't get
That
fired,
didn't
but he
answer
doesn't
the question.
expect
Oh, did you put headphones
It was a
on?
long
He's
time
like,
ago.
It's a long
I
time
know,
ago.
What was it? Was it 1920 when headphones were invented?
I don't know why you guys are getting so fucking angry at me.
I don't know either.
I feel like I'm about to get fucking fired from this. I just turned up to have a nice time with fucking
Well, the
pickle
next-
fingers and
the next-
dickhead and...
It's Glasshead, thank you.
Sorry, mate.
Well, the next question is, have you ever stormed out of a job?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Have you really?
Yeah, the one I left last month. Yeah, no.
Yes. Oh, that's right. The one you left last month.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say? And then they wouldn't let you leave the room or something because they were scared you were going to take all the contacts.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's like something out of MacGyver. Like,
Context, what, does he work at like an optometrist or something?
Well,
Yeah, actually. Yes. I don't like giving credit to this fucking moron, but that was excellent.
Oh, what's that? It's the sound of me. I'm back.
Emma's like, that was funny. Let's go to the fridge.
It's too cold. I already told you. It can't get hard.
Emma's like, sorry, mate, are you all right? I feel like you got...
oh my god.
You little pickle-eating motherfucker. Anyway, so you left your job.
Well, I've left a few jobs. I've been in this industry, the other industry that I'm in, like the
Sex industry.
Yeah, that one. For over 20 years, it's been at what? Do you I just want to just circle back for a minute. Sorry for that work term just there. Do you still not know what contacts is? I just want to actually want to clear it up with him before we move on.
Honestly, I don't know why that joke landed.
Yeah.
Do you mean like
connections?
Like connections, like
I knew
someone-
he didn't get it. I
couldn't get past it. I was like, we can't move on until we make this
You
clear for
did.
him.
He went like he did like a kid who's just done a trick accidentally. Goes.
You know in your phone how there's that section where it says contacts? What do you think that is?
I've got no one calls me.
You're assuming he can read a word that long,
Yeah.
and that is your mistake.
Oh my god.
He can only spell Forex.
Oh, this is
So they like, did they physically stop you from trying to
No,
leave
but
the
like
building?
for people who are in industries where you might have like non-compete clauses. Give me a cheer, anyone who's been with non-compete clauses.
Oh,
It's
Teacher, she's like, nah.
yeah, yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
As a non-compete clause, if you leave, you can't go into a competitor.
Similar field.
To a
Oh,
competitor, and so like there's
Similar field.
Sorry,
you can never
Field.
have a job again.
Got one win on the board. He's like, I'm gonna go for a second here.
I took a swing. And,
Double
actually
dip.
hilarious. You host this pod.
So okay, so
Yeah,
you
so
got the
anyway,
non-compete clause.
I won't go into, but when
Yes.
you're in a business where you've got a non-compete
Sorry.
clause, it's a tough position to exit and go to the competitor that you want to go to.
I'll translate, Brett. So the girls.
Like an
at
NDA.
No, the girls at Kittens can't work at Honeybees. So once they're in Kittens,
What?
they're bound to Kittens.
Forever.
And then Honeybees.
So what's going to happen to Chantel? Is she just going to be dancing on the street?
Don't worry, she'll go by Daphne. She'll be
Yeah,
fine. That's it. So yeah, so I won't. Yeah. So
And so they wouldn't let you leave until what? You erased your memory? What did
yeah,
they?
like well, for those who've been here, it's a lot of negotiation. You've got to kind of like somehow swindle your way over there, and I did it, guys, and I'm over. Yeah.
Emma did a much better job. I don't actually know what she does, but her last job I hated so much because I was like, do you want to do anything? She was like, what, in the middle of the day? I was like, yeah. She was like, Bron, I have a fucking job. I was like, I fucking hate your job, Emma!
But now that she's with Rio Tinto, she can do anything.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Now, we also ask on the podcast, well, I do. Brett apparently does absolutely nothing. And
You're really copping it today.
I am.
Have you guys had a fight today?
no.
It always feels like that, doesn't
I
it?
hope you're all right.
I invited him to my house once. Never again.
Mate, I
And
I actually had the best night ever because your partner's a fucking loose cunt, and I loved
I
it.
thought you were going to say loser.
No, he's
So
like,
too.
dude, no,
I
he's
thought so
sick.
too.
Oh no, he's so nice. And then Bron bought us, it was like her 2 children. She bought us 90 cigarettes.
Well, I didn't know.
It was like a big pack of like
I'm
80.
cool
I've never
mum.
seen them this big before.
I'm pretty cool, mum. It's like the giant packs that when you go to your friend's house when you're like in year 5 and your mum who smokes inside. She's got a huge giant pack of holidays.
Really resonated with one bloke, man. That really. Like, yeah,
He was
yeah.
struggling to get that
Huge.
laugh out as well. He remembers.
It's like a 50 pack or something.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Huge. But so I got to the counter at Dan Murphy's and I said, can I please have JPS Blues? They're the only ones I know. And he said, oh, we've only got the big pack. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Brett's coming over. And then he scanned it. And then Brett pointed at the register to show me how much it was. And it was $90. And I had to be like, fine by me. But I haven't breathed properly since. And neither has Brett.
Yeah. And then somehow we're like, well, we better smoke them all, and then we'll just chain smoke. But I love how you're like, oh, come over, I'll make you dinner, and then when I get there, it's just me and you drinking wine, doing fuck all, and your poor husband's running around doing fucking meatloaf and God knows what.
I bought him ciggies, heaps. He's fine. But I did that mum thing. When like there's too much of a food, and the mums just keep going. Just can you have? If you could just eat this. If you could just get rid of this. So there's a giant fuck off packet of ciggies on the table, and every time Lucas or Brett had stopped smoking one, I was like, can you just have another one, please? Now you haven't had a smoke for about a minute. Can you just have another one? So they're both like not even talking. It was just me doing a monologue all night.
My house is only 7 minutes away from Bron's, like a 7-minute walk. 3 minutes into that walk, I had to order an Uber. I was fucking puffed out. I was like, dude, I don't know if I can make it. I said to the guys, like, I'll leave you a $10 tip. This is a very embarrassing fare. But I was like, fucking hell, I don't think I'm ever going to be the same again. I had 90 darts.
Okay, this is the part where
I feel like a box of favourites does the same job. I feel like.
It was a
if you
box of
bring
my
us-
favourites, don't worry.
You've got to bring something to a dinner party. You don't have to get a $90 box of darts. Just get some chockies or something.
Oh, wow,
I'm not going
like
to your
the ad.
boring parties. This is a sick party for no
My bad.
nerves.
Sorry.
Okay, you're both comedians, both been comedians for a very long time. Emma, how long have you been a comedian for?
17 years.
Amazing. And then Pete, you're 17 years old. How long have you been a comedian for?
That was good.
17 and 9 months. I had a few good gags in the womb, so I consider it
Well, how long have you been a comedian for? A long time.
like 8 or something.
No, because you
I
started
saw-
when you were 14, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw a little photo of you the other week on your Facebook. Little class clam. But to be honest, your face looks exactly the same. It's so adorable. Anyway, that's a compliment.
It's hard to say.
I don't know why you're getting upset. They haven't complimented me once on ever looking young.
That's because you've got no positive traits.
Also-
No, but I'm sorry. No, gobbies in the fridge are good. Gobbies in the fridge are good. But good on ya. Yeah, nice.
Good on ya.
Good on ya. It's hard to equate because I started in a regional town, so the first a handful of years it was
Yeah.
like less than 10 gigs a year, so it's sort of hard to. But I've been actively doing it, I would say, for like 8 years, really.
Yeah, right.
Properly.
Okay, and in that time, what would be your worst ever gig?
All of them, man. Like
If you-
I just,
wait,
I'm
you
really
can't-
waiting for the best
You can't cry
one.
in
You
this
have
job.
one bad
Please
one.
No,
don't.
I've had plenty of bad ones. Actually, real recently, I had a fucking stinker. I don't know how I come across, but
Do you want me to take it from here, or?
I had to do a bunch of regional support gigs for
Oh yeah, they're gonna hate you out there.
for Heath Franklin's Chopper.
Oh no, dude, because I've done that, and that's hard.
I'm not a great stylistic match for Heath Franklin's Chopper's crowd, and we did a gig in Capalaba, and
Is that what you classify regional?
no,
He's like, I did a gig in Milton.
no. So the thing about
That's 30 minutes
no,
over
what
the
I'm
gateway.
saying,
Yeah.
no, because we did a bunch, so it was like we went up. So yes, we passed through Brisbane. Sorry, mate, this isn't
Okay.
fucking fridge based.
Yeah. Speaking of angry, okay, continue.
But
Someone's
so
getting
we-
sassy towards the end
We
of the
did
pod.
this. I'm sitting like this, and I'm behaving as such. So the one we did in Capalaba, there was like a mix-up with the venue where they thought the show start time was doors, so they didn't let anyone in, and so it was like this show that was supposed to start at 8 ended up not starting until 9, and people were like fucking so maggot for this gig.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like 8:10. They started letting people in properly, and a lady found the green room, busted through, and said
yes.
like, "I've been dared to say something on stage," and she ran on. This is 50 minutes before it's supposed to start. And she went on stage and got sort of like taken out by security or whatever. And this is like nearly an hour before the start
What'd
time.
she have to say? Women aren't allowed to say anything anymore, are we?
I don't know. I feel like you guys have been given a good run today.
Yippity yap yap yap.
But when it,
For everyone at home, I'm cowering.
but I was supposed to go out and do 15 minutes, and for like half an hour before the show is starting, people are yelling out, "Hurry up, Chop! Get out here, Chop!" And I'm like, when they say my name, it's going to be pandemonium.
Oh,
Because
no.
they're already like, we thought it was starting at 8, and now we've been
Yes.
sitting here for an hour, and they're going, "Chopper, Chopper, Chopper," and then they go, like, "Oh, I brought a very special mate of mine to come and warm," that's Chopper, to warm you up. Give it up for Peter Jack, and like, literally, like, I reckon 25% start booing.
Please tell me you walked out with a guitar.
Ukulele. I'm like, is my PowerPoint working? No, but yeah,
Here's
like,
a song about my feelings.
yeah, I go like, "Hey, how we doing, everybody?" And a lady in the front row just goes, "Boring, we don't care!" And I'm just going, it's full bogan daycare. I'm just trying to put out fires. Chicks that look like Brett Blake, Brooks that look like Brett Blake, all these Brett Blakes are in the room. And they're screaming at me, and I start to do a joke, and a lady yells out, and then I have to deal with that. So I say the first line of the joke again to get into it, and then another lady goes, "You've already said that!"
Oh.
And I'm like, well, I had to, because of the context, because if you're angry, get angry at Sharon, because she made this happen, and then she's going, "Fuck you, Sharon!" And I'm like, well, to be fair, you are doing exactly what Sharon just did. But it got to the point where I was like, I was supposed to do 15 minutes, I'd been on for 7, I hadn't said a single joke, I'm just going, "Shut up, shut up!" And then I just go, "How about we just call it here?" Like I just said to him, "Let's just go away for 10 minutes, go have a water, we'll come back."
And was there supposed to be a break after you anyway?
And then there was supposed to be a little break, and
Yeah.
then I go out the back, and Heath, who is actually a fucking brilliant comic and a
Yeah.
great guy, was fuming at them because he was like, "I'm not fucking doing that for an hour. Fuck this." And when he announced himself on stage, the first thing he said to them was like, "Right, I'm not fucking doing that for an hour. Okay, you yell out once, you're gone. I brought my mate. Very funny. You didn't even give him a chance. So I want you to know." I fucking hate you. As a crowd, I don't think this is going to go well. I'm going to try to pull it together, but yeah.
And how did they behave?
He said for about 15 minutes they cooled down, and then it was fucking bedlam again. But
Is this like a row of desks outside? They've all got hats on.
You're outside, you're outside. Dude, I did that. I did like 15 shows from it, and you'd think that it would be, they'd be like, "Oh, well, he's one of us. It'll be fine."
Yeah.
It was fucking... Because I was excited too. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm supporting Chopper. This is going to be fucking, pretty big for me. I can't wait to do all my jokes." And the tour manager was like, he just wouldn't make eye contact with me because he knew what was about to happen. And then you looked out the back and there was just pallets of Jack Daniels just coming into the venue. But I reckon I did 15 supports. I don't reckon I did one joke. I was just on fucking spot fire, crowd work, and some guy goes, "Oh, you're a fucking dickhead." I said, "Really? Well, you're here to see an actual fake version of Chopper, so who's the dickhead now?" It's got fucking squiggles on his arm. And they never booked me again. I can't imagine why.
Heath said, see you, mate. You're off the tour, mate. See you later.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And then Emma, what's your worst ever gig?
Absolutely worst is I got booked for this really fancy, like, kind of between high school, like a college for rich kids, basically. And they were studying on their break and they're doing their graduation ball, but it was in the middle, it was like in COVID, and they booked out the Cowboys stadium. So they had all big tables in the middle on the field. And they were like, you can be okay. They've got thick skin. They're over 18.
And how many people do you reckon are in there?
There was probably about 300 on tables, but that seems like a lot, but it's not when it's tables in the middle of a fucking football stadium.
Well, in front of a 90,000 seat
Yeah,
stadium.
exactly. Yeah, like
And
no one's in the seats around us, and so
am I going to get tackled here?
it was. So I was like, speaking to one of the students beforehand. I was like, "Got any goss on everyone?" And she's like, "Oh my god, all the girls, they practice WAP by Cardi B, which is Wet Ass Pussy." That song, for those who don't know.
Barbara knows.
And to clarify, you mean the dance?
The dance.
The
So
dance
there's a
in the
full
music
dance
video.
in it, and they
practice
all
it.
practice it in the
for people-
toilets.
I just wanted to, yes.
Yeah, there's a proper
the
dance
dance
about
that
it,
you do in
which
the
I've
thing.
tried to do numerous times, but I can't swing my legs around the way Cardi
Yeah.
does. And there's like a full pounding on the ground bit and all this stuff. And they're like, they do it in the bathrooms every day. I was like, fucking amazing. I've got some dirt on these girls. Anyway, and so I started my normal part, and they were like, you'd be fine for filthy. And so I was going in with everyone going, oh, hey guys, and it just, nothing was landing. And then all of a sudden, like, all the teachers were kind of starting to cross their arms, and I like panicked and went, well, girls, I know you're doing the fucking wet ass pussies in the bathroom,
Some of the male teachers like, really?
yeah. And it was getting worse and worse and worse, and nothing was landing. I was like, I gotta get out of here. And so, but like the stage.
But did any of them give you anything? Were they
Like-
like, oh yeah, we do? Or were they were like,
Like
what
there
the
was a
fuck are you
couple of
talking
polite
about?
people. This is the other part is like the stage was like this, but the tables were probably, without exaggeration, 200 meters away from me. So like it was unbelievable. And like the acoustics in a stadium when you're on your Pat Malone is unbelievable. And so I was just dying, and then someone just pulled my microphone out and cut the sounds.
Whoa, you would...
While I was in the middle of the set, and a teacher came over to me and goes, who do you think you are? This is so inappropriate. I went, you booked me. You saw everything I've got online. There's not a clean joke in my set. I'm not here to entertain 12-year-olds. They're all adults as well. And he's like, how did you know about them doing the dance? And I was like, this is all on the side of the stage. So I'm still on stage. He's down.
And
So-
also, by the way, I've seen you fire up before. They were 200 meters away, but they heard everywhere.
Oh yeah, yes. You fucking me. Yes. And I get my wog jaw out when I'm angry, like my wog jaw.
I've seen it.
I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, and anyway, and my big monobrow comes in to meet in the middle, and anyway.
Yeah, meet in
It
the
was
middle.
awful. I was doing a lot of finger pointing on the side, and I was like, well, fine, fuck yeah. And so I went, I'm out of here. But this is possibly the worst part about it, is that I was in the middle, once again, of the Cowboys stadium, and I had to do the walk of shame
Oh no.
out of the stadium.
My
It would have
God.
taken forever.
It was the longest walk of my entire life. And the worst part is that it wasn't like they kept going with the night. Everyone in the chairs just turned like this and watched me. So I walked past them, up all the stairs of the stadium.
Then that door's locked. You
That
gotta
door
go
was
back.
locked! It was locked! It was locked! No! Yeah, it was locked! No joke, it was like a big one like this. Dun, dun. I was like, I just like, in my house, like, fuck me! Up the top. Like, everyone would have heard me say it. I had to walk to the other gate. Everyone knows how long gates are to get around in a stadium. I had to go to the other gate, and then that door opened, and I, like, slammed the door, and I left, and then I had to exit the stadium, and I called this comedian, Sean Woodland, and afterwards, and I went outside the stadium, and I called Woody, and he's the best person to call in any of these situations, because he's just like, don't worry, mate, And I was like, this is the worst gig of my life. He's like, mate, did you get paid? And I went, yeah. He goes, well, fuck those cards. I was like, Oh my God, it's the worst gig I've ever done in my life.
That is incredible.
Well,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Give it up for our amazing guests, Emma Zammit and Petey. Give it up yourselves for joining us. That has been the Brisbane live episode. Bron Lewis, everybody.
Yeah, everybody, Mike.
Thank you, guys. We're gonna have,
Before we go,
yes.
do you guys have any shows you'd like to plug?
Plug, please.
We both looked at each other. We're
There
like,
you go.
well, you go first.
You deserve
Emma's
it.
in
That
the
last
freezer
story.
later.
Is what? I've got like Good Chat Comedy. We've got a couple of gigs coming up here, and then my Sydney and Brisbane Comedy Festival shows are coming up in May this year.
Yes,
Awesome.
great.
Penny, what do you got?
Next Saturday night, Shad and Pete Save the World here at Good Chat Comedy
Yep.
Club. Show I do with Shad Wicker. And then I'll be at all of the festivals this year, Adelaide, Melbourne, all those. So if you live in those places, please come. Come on.
Yes. I will. Yes.
One more time, everybody.
Thank you.
Guys, we're going to have a quick 10-minute break, and then we're going to come back and do a little bit of stand-up for you. If you're keen to hang around, we'd love to see you. But yeah, 10 to 15-minute break, and then we'll kick back off at, say, 4:15 or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Is
great.
that right?
All right, go grab a drink, take your empties up, go to the bathroom, come back for some stand-up comedy. One more time for Emma, Zammit, and Peter.
Yes.
I've been fired from a lot of places. I've been fired from so many places.
I went into the class one day, real bullets, like real bullets.